All right, today we're gonna do blisters. It is my birthday, so I'm gonna have to kind of make this kind of go sort of quickly. My weapon of choice is a 90-degree die grinder. Not sure if I can mention the brand or anything, but I'd say it's kind of obvious. But yeah, so I guess I'll give you a kind of rundown on blisters and what they look like and why we're doing it. So you can see I have them circled. They're pretty much just spots that look a little bit worse than this. I mean, it's technically a blister right there, but it's just not bad enough that I'm too worried about it, since there is going to be a whole layer of glass put on the hull. And a way to kind of tell if it's bad enough is like, you can kind of hear just a different tone in the hull. So that's a really good way to be able to find them. I wish I had like a really big blister I could show y'all. That way you could actually like hear it a lot more clear. That one's a little better, but there's kind of like a clicking to it. But a blister is pretty much formed when you get a barnacle that burrows into the fiberglass and remains there, and then water seeps in behind that layer of fiberglass, and depending on how deep that blister goes kind of tells you how far out you need to grind it. This right here is an example of a blister that was really deep, so you can see there's a good portion of that taken out. I didn't do this part right here, but I'll walk around to the other side of the hull so you can see all the ones that I've ground out. I saved the starboard side just to be able to do this video, but you can kind of see, like you can still see here where the delamination is in this fiberglass. Like, you can pretty much put your fingernail under there. So I got to grind that out a little bit further out, because you want to get down to good fiberglass like this right here. So that's pretty much what you're looking for when you're repairing blisters. The reason you want to take care of them is because if you don't, water will just seep in behind those blisters and it'll just continue to pull back this fiberglass, and well, it'll get in between the layers, and then you get chunks of fiberglass that just kind of flake off. So you really want to make sure you take care of the blisters. I've never known a blister to sink a boat, never heard of it, but it's just all about the health of your hull. And plus, they're ugly to look at, so I'm just gonna go ahead and repair them. So now we'll get to grinding. All right, well, battery died. So that's my third one, and that's all the batteries I've got. So that's pretty much gonna be it for right now. I'll kind of bring y'all over here so y'all can get a good look at it. But got most of these out. I found some new ones that I missed along the way as well, so I ground those out. And these are former blisters that have been repaired probably, you know, years ago. I am gonna grind those out and refill those as well. But we got pretty much all of it done except for, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 of them. So some pretty good progress. The important thing is just when you're grinding out the blisters, you just want to make sure you're down to good fiberglass. Like even this kind of needs to come back a little bit more, but I'm not too concerned about it. This is a decently good example, but all around this rim here where you see white, you know, like you want to really make sure that that's not delaminated fiberglass. And yeah, so you just grind them all the way out until you get to that nice, you know, color right there. That's really what you're looking for. So yep, a little bit labor intensive, but I mean, you got all that done and I think that was less than an hour. So an entire side of the hull done in less than an hour. And I think there was probably, I mean, I was gonna count them, but I lost count at 4, I think, because my ADHD brain does not allow me to focus that long. So yeah, I mean, if I had to guess, there was probably about 45 blisters, maybe 50. So yeah, it doesn't really take too long when you got the right tool. And that's kind of the slow way to do it too. You can use a grinder wheel with a flapper disc. So yeah, that's about it. All right, so next time we come back to this job anyways, what we're gonna do is take these blisters that we ground out today and we're gonna lay a coat of epoxy on them, just like this. I haven't decided if I'm going with polyester or just your regular epoxy resin yet. So you're just gonna lay that on there and then scuff it up, you know, a little bit. We're just pretty much sealing whatever gaps there may be on the sides. And then, so we'll scuff it up and then pretty much start laying some biaxial on there, biaxial, however you pronounce that. So we'll do that and make sure we lay it on thick so that when we sand it down, it's nice and smooth. And once we get all the blisters to where they're nice and smooth, we'll go ahead and fair the entire hull. And once that's done, we'll sand down the hull one more good time and we'll pretty much lay an entire layer of fiberglass on here. But that won't get done until we get the entire hull down to fiberglass, which I have a tool for that, and we'll get to that in one of the future videos. I've only got one more thing to add. When you're doing this kind of stuff, make sure you're wearing safety glasses and, you know, have a respirator, because it does suck and can affect your health. These are primarily just for decoration here anyways. So yeah, just make sure you got, you know, your proper safety stuff. Scary. You should peek down in there. That is terrifying.
Is it really?
It is.
Ooh. Mm-mm.
That's one of them, like, super creepy crawlies.
Hey, why don't you go and make
I don't know if there's anything in there or not. I need a backup flashlight.
Go make friends with it.
If I start running, you better run.
Where are you gonna go?
I don't know.
Out the hatch?
Alright, I don't think there's a creepy crawly in here.
Ooh. Oh, if you...
I didn't even check above my head.
So you're gonna replace all of them? All of them?
All of them.
Some nice bolt heads. And they're all gonna look like that, right? Right?
What, that?
Yeah.
I don't know. That was professionally done. And I'm going to be doing the bulkheads this time. So.
Are you not a professional? Oh no. What are you using it for?
A shitty job.
Bleep that out. Cody.
That's awesome. There's
Please.
some mayonnaise, some Coca-Cola, ketchup. I mean, yeah, we got cheese. I mean, we got enough for
Cody.
a whole meal.
Cody.
That's nasty. I'm just gonna close that and forget about it.
There will come a time that icebox has to come out.
But when that day comes, I'll get you a sponge and some bleach.
I think you're also gonna need that.
No.
Do you want to say hi to the people?
This closet is full of hose. Oh, I hope you aren't recording that one.